I'd like to thank Mr. Powers and Bryan here for giving us a chance to have a little meet and greet, and also have some more encounters of a God kind here. And we go back to February 9th at Chick-fil-A. You want to start there?
Sure. Well, I'll go back beyond that. So I firmly believe that the PD needs to get involved in state politics. I see, we have the congressional race coming up at the time, and not having a candidate from the PD. I know we have a couple now, but I firmly believe that we have a lot to offer in terms of leadership from the PD. I've known Bryan for several years. We connected, me working with the House of Hope. He was at PD Community Fellowship Church, and we serve some of the same people, but I got to know his heart. And when I'm looking at the state superintendent and I was looking at some of the candidates, I really felt like, Columbia was deciding who was going to be our next state superintendent, and the candidates not having the background that I knew Bryan had. He's taught school. He's been on our school board for 8 years. We've made tremendous strides during that time, so I want to thank Barry and Tricia for that. I mean, just to see everything that with our aviation program and with the new stadiums and just all the growth. But Bryan knows what our students need, and I think that's what we have to have in a state superintendent. He's taught them, he's picked them up, from school and taken them to aftercare programs. He's taught all of my daughters how to drive, the ones that can drive. You know what I mean? He believes the way I believe in terms of Christian conservative values, and as I see the things that we face in terms of our school district and the attacks that we're getting, really the attacks are on our Christian beliefs, our values, our morals, and I know that Bryan, one, he has the experience, he has the education. I didn't realize he had 2 doctorates.
Two masters.
2 masters, yeah, 2 masters, I'm sorry. 2 masters. He only has one to run, but has 2. But his background is that of an educator, someone who's guided our educators, someone who's taught our children, but someone who's met them where they are and strived to help them. So, I told Bryan that, as he talked about what he felt like God might be looking to use him for, I said, well, for this office, you are the most qualified person that I've seen as a candidate for this office, because you come from the children's perspective. And that's who we need as our state superintendent of education, someone who understands on their level. And we don't know where this is going to go. When God put something on my heart to run for mayor, my wife thought I had indigestion or gas, or wanted me to go see a doctor. But when God puts a burden on your heart, you just got to follow it. And Bryan is doing that. He's following that, and we'll just see where that leads. I just commend his wife and his family. I know how difficult this process is, but I commend his faithfulness. Just like with starting his church in a movie theater, just like with starting a Be Helpful, bus program to take children to aftercare programs, venturing out the children that he's taken into his home as foster children. When God has touched his heart, he has followed that, he has yielded to that, and he's doing the same thing here. And so I support him. I ask that you support him. Support someone who's going to have a message up there that's going to protect our children. So the message, he's definitely got the message. I look forward to hearing some more tonight, but I'm just glad that you took the call.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.